Hi everyone, I hope you all are well. Welcome back to the module that is supporting people with long-term health conditions, semester 2, level 4. And today what we are going to discuss is about cardiovascular system. So let's see what we are covering today. In this session, we are going to discuss about the introduction, what this cardiovascular system is, its basic components and basic anatomy and functions. Later on, followed by this session, you are going to cover furthermore things in depth that what are the long-term health conditions associated with it and what are the preventive strategies, health management strategies that can be adopted to manage these long-term health conditions related to heart problems or other cardiovascular diseases, or how their complications can be delayed or reduced their onset. Okay, so before then, just study first its basics. So what is cardiovascular system is? Cardiovascular system is actually the circulatory system in our body. But what's mean by this circulation? Circulation of the blood inside our body. That is called as the circulatory system. That makes how it happens through a system, through the different organs working, combining together, all together. And that is the cardiovascular system, and it plays a crucial role to deliver oxygen and basic nutrients to the different parts of the body. It's mean to different tissues and cells in the body and removing the waste products from them. What's the importance why you're studying this cardiovascular system? Because it plays very important role in our body. So what it is doing? Besides the circulation, what's the further role is? It's maintaining the homeostasis of our body. But what is mean by homeostasis? It means balancing. So how it's balancing the different things in our body, in which number one is coming regulation of the body temperature, then balancing the fluid and electrolytes and pH balance in our body. Second is about the immunity, but how? Because inside the blood there are some specialized cells are traveling what is called as the white blood cells. They act like a soldier, so they kill the any invading particles or foreign particles or bacteria or any pathogen that enter inside the body. They kill them to protect our body to stay healthy. In this way it fights against infections. Waste removal. Yes, they are also removing the waste product from our body. So they collect from the different tissues and remove through the kidney and also eliminates carbon dioxide. And how it's eliminate when during respiration. What are the components of cardiovascular system? So the basic components, let's discuss what these are. Cardio means heart. So you know the one component. What the other components are? Vascular system. So what this vascular means? It means vessels. So what these vessels are coming? Let's see. Arteries, capillaries, and veins. So now let's discuss furthermore what these arteries, capillaries, and veins are. Arteries are like tubes, small vessels that spread it throughout our body. Okay, and this usually contains the red blood color. But why? Because they contain oxygen in it. So it means that carries oxygen rich blood in it. And who is responsible for it? Hemoglobin. Hemoglobin that contains iron in it in the blood, the specialized cells, RBCs, they contain in it, and they has the capability to attach oxygen with it. In this way, they circulate the oxygen and transport oxygen to different cells of the body by circulating throughout. So that's the function. So they carries oxygenated blood from the heart and transport different parts of the body. All arteries in our body carries oxygenated blood except one, and that is called as the pulmonary artery. Now let's discuss veins, then we will discuss capillaries. So what veins are? Veins are the opposite of arteries. They carry deoxygenated blood. So it's mean they are collecting actually the waste products from the body and then expelling out through the proper system. So that's the difference between the arteries and vein. And which is the largest vein in our body? Do you know? It's vena cava. There is difference between the arteries and veins. So what's the difference? Arteries are thick-walled, while veins are not thick-walled as arteries. But again, why? What's the reason? Because the blood coming with the pressure from the heart through the arteries. So if they are not enough muscular, then they can damage, the pressure can damage the arteries. That's the reason. And and that's the reason veins are not so thick walled. The other reason is that it also collecting the waste products, so it can carry the maximum amount of the blood to carry out the waste products to expel out of the body. Now let's discuss capillaries. So this, this is picture of the artery. This is vein. In between, when they are branching out, they are making some system like a meshwork. So these small delicate vessels called as capillaries. It carries both oxygenated, deoxygenated. But what's actually this happening in this part? Here, these vessels have are like sieve, like porous, so that and more delicate thin walled. What's the reason? In this way, they are increasing the surface area of the vessels, so the transportation and the exchange of the waste products, nutrients, oxygen all can take place between the cells and the blood capillaries. And in this way, it's giving the nutrients and collecting the waste products. That's the reason. And in this way, capillaries are functioning. They are thin and porous single layer. So you can see in this picture, it's a magnifying picture for the capillaries, how it is happening. It's providing oxygen to the cells. Yeah, providing the nutrients and collecting the carbon dioxide and waste products from the cells and taking out and then transforming as a vein towards and going towards the vein. So let's watch the video to make your concept more clear.
Just used confused.
Capillaries are small blood vessels that are part of the circulatory system. They connect arteries and veins, and many enter tissue forming a capillary bed. In this area, oxygen and other nutrients are released, and carbon dioxide and other waste products are passed into the blood, which then enters veins. Capillaries are so small that only one red blood cell can pass through at a time. They're made up of a single layer of curved cells that have tiny gaps between them to allow substances to move in and out of the blood. And that be capillaries.
So I hope your concept is now clear by watching this video as well. So that is our circulatory system. These all together making our cardiovascular system. So heart is pumping the blood to the veins, okay, to the arteries, then arteries carrying the oxygenated blood, then through capillaries, it's going towards the vein, collecting the waste products, and then going towards the kidney and the heart. And why they're coming back to the heart? So that again, this deoxygenated blood go to the lungs, take the oxygen, and then again transport the oxygen through the arteries to the whole body, then coming back to the heart, then pumping blood throughout the whole body. So this is the circulation circle going on. It's a continuous process that happening to us and going on throughout our life. That's how it is performing. If it fails to work, of course, then the certain heart problems can occur, such as the heart failure or angina. So let's watch this video about the circulatory system. Sorry.
The circulatory system for kids. What is like a freeway or highway that stretches for more than 60,000 miles in your body? It is the circulatory system. Let's learn more about it and why it is the most important system in the human body. Put your hand on your heart for a second. Do you feel it beating? Every time your heart beats, blood is sent all around your body. This is part of the circulatory system. This special system is responsible for bringing blood to all areas of the body, fighting disease, healing injuries, and transporting nutrients and oxygen throughout the body. And the heart is, well, the heart of the whole operation and the muscle. Get it? Because the heart is a muscle. Without the heart, the circulatory system would not work. The circulatory system circulates or transports blood to and from the heart and also carries oxygen and nutrients to every cell in the human body. This oxygen comes from the air you breathe into your lungs. So, the circulatory system is many different parts of your body, all working together to make sure that every cell is getting what it needs to thrive. There are two main parts to the circulatory system, the heart and the blood vessels. Blood vessels include arteries, veins, and capillaries. Let's start with the heart. Located between the lungs, just to the left, is the heart. We already mentioned that it pumps blood into the rest of the body. But here is an interesting fact. The heart beats around 60 to 100 times per minute, depending on lots of factors, including age and health. And your heart may beat faster or slower, depending on what your body needs at the time. For example, when you are playing outside and running around with friends, your heart beats faster because your body needs more oxygen. Right now, you may be sitting still, so your heart is beating slower because it does not need as much oxygen. These four chambers are divided by the heart, receive blood, or take it in. The valves open for the blood to empty from the chambers and then close so that the blood does not flow in the wrong direction. The valves make sure the rest of the body gets the right amount of blood. When you hear the sound of your heart or feel it beat, that is the result of the opening and closing of the valves as your blood pumps through your body. Pretty awesome, right? The other main part of the circulatory system is the blood vessels, which include the arteries, veins, and capillaries. What do these vessels do? Glad you asked. Arteries are the thickest blood vessels. They carry blood away from the heart. This blood is enriched with oxygen as it is sent through the largest artery in the body, called the aorta, and then circulated through the rest of the body. Then, veins carry blood back to the heart. Veins are thin and not as flexible as arteries, but they are larger in diameter. Capillaries are tiny blood vessels that carry blood between the arteries and veins, connecting them together. Here is an interesting fact. Capillaries are so small, they are only about 1 cell thick. They also deliver nutrients and oxygen to all of the body cells. Capillaries also remove carbon dioxide and other waste products from the body. Now that we know
So I hope guys you like the lecture today and understand the topic cardiovascular system, which we focus what are the components and the blood vessels are. So wish you all good luck and I advise you to go further details from the module. Best wishes. Take care. Bye.